Do you offer assistance if somebody does get a ticket for running a red light or some sort of a civil infraction? Do you handle those types of cases?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's good. And I think that's something that the local public ought to be aware of. You know, a lot of people get charged with speeding. They get charged with running a red light. It doesn't necessarily mean that there was any malicious intent, but there was still a civil infraction that was made. And if you get a ticket, people do have a right to fight that ticket.
Oh, absolutely.
So what's the process for that to happen?
Well, basically, if you have a civil traffic citation in Florida, you normally are given 30 days from the date of receiving the ticket to request a hearing. Now, if you wait beyond 30 days, you start to have some problems because of the fact that you could get hit with a late fee for not making a payment within 30 days without letting the court know that you wish to contest it. Your driver's license would become suspended, and it just creates a lot of problems. So whatever you decide to do in Florida, if it is a civil traffic citation, presuming it's not a mandatory hearing, make sure to contact an attorney and the clerk of court within 30 days. And I say not a mandatory hearing because, for example, if you are speeding more than 30 miles per hour above the posted speed limit in Florida, that is a mandatory hearing. So whether you want to come to court or not, you'll be going to court, and that's when you really start looking at high fines and points on a driver's license. But it could be you're driving down the road and God forbid you bump into a construction employee and the person is injured, you're likely heading to a civil traffic hearing as well. So.
Yeah, and I would think that anybody, especially people that drive for a living, commercial truck drivers, delivery drivers, people that are maybe even in the gig economy, you know, having some sort of a civil violation against them can affect their job, can affect their livelihood. So even if you're not involved in a wreck, even if there's not an injury involved, it still would be worth it to have an attorney go in to try to assist them with that ticket, because sometimes you can get them to withhold points, or sometimes you can get the entire thing tossed out, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we do get calls from truck drivers primarily, but people with commercial driver's license that come to us and say, look, one ticket can really affect my whole career, which is much different than the everyday citizen. And you are right. One nice thing about Florida, unlike other states, is we are allowed to withhold points. Some other states I mentioned, I'm also licensed in Ohio, the judges and in mayor's court, they're not permitted to withhold points. You would have the traffic court amend the ticket to a non-moving violation, but if you in fact were charged with a moving violation, those courts don't give that opportunity to you. But we are very blessed here in the state of Florida. We have that option of hiring an attorney, going before the court, making a plea. Please withhold the points. You can have our clients pay a fine. We could have them to go to a driving improvement school. Some people may qualify for having no points just by doing a driving improvement school without the need to even hire an attorney. I realize that goes against our own financial interest, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't honest, and that's the truth. A lot of people have already burned that free ticket, though, when they call us, pardon the pun.
Right.
So.